Na-check up yun naman
Okay,
sa doktor.
Pamay.
Oo.
Papamay.
Trauma. PTSD.
So he got back.
Noong una may improvement, pero mas lumala nung makatanggap si Ana ng kung ano-anong tawag at pananakot. May mga kuha at video kaya na na-expose siya. Mag-settle daw kung may kundi papatayin siya. Hanggang sa isang araw, wala. Hindi ko na siya magising.
Namatay si Ana?
Hindi. Literal na ayaw gumising. Ayaw dumilat. Para bang ayaw na niyang mabuhay.
Kung ano man ang may tutulong namin, magsabi ka lang. Nandito lang kami. Joseph, nakalaya na nga pala si Mr. Castrodes. Pero, gagawin pa din namin lahat para lang mapagbalik yun sa kulungan.
Alam ko, meron ka lamay na si Castrodes. May mas malaking isda kay Castrodes ang namigpit kay North Ford, mas makapangyarihan, mas tuso, kaya lulus itong pabababoy sa eskwelahan yun.
Sino naman yan?
Si Cove Acosta.
Ano? Sigurado ka ba sa sinasabi mo? Nahanap ko yung ballpen na to sa gamit ng kambal ko, si Ate Luna. Pero, may nakita din kasi ako mga ganitong ballpen sa opisina ni Bob, sa bahay nila. Tsaka may initials niya. William L. Acosta.
May nakita akong ganitong ballpen sa opisina ni Bob Acosta.
Nakapasok ka sa bahay nila. Paano? Tsaka, teka, paano ka nakasigurado na siya ang nasa likod ng lahat ng ito?
Sino kang hayop ka, ha? Tigilan mo ng kapatid ko! Report natin sa polis. Hindi ka na lang magagalaw. Babayaran ng Castrodes na yan lahat ng ginawa niya sa'yo.
Pwede, kuya. May malaking tao sumusuporta sa kanila. May hawak sila sa akin. Pwede na pala ba sila na pumayag ako?
Hindi naman sila yun.
Kinuha na nila ako ng pictures, kuya. At hindi lang ako. Marami pang iba.
Salamat.
Kuya, ayoko na. Kuya, ayoko na. Hindi ko na kaya. Tumigil na tayo, kuya.
Mas lalo na rin sila kailangang pagbayarin niya na kahit sino pa man sumusuporta sa kanya.
Malaking tao niya. Si Governor Acosta. Nasa likod. Castrodes. Psychological ang dahilan ng hindi niya pagising, Mr. Rosales. We just have to wait it out for now.
Tony, di ba sapat yung sinabi ni Ana para hulihin sila?
Physical evidence ang kailangan natin doon, Rosales. Lalo na ngayon. Ayaw gumising ng kasi. Kung may access lang sana tayo or makakuha tayo ng proof
sa sinasabi ni Yana about the pictures and video. I know it will be difficult for your family, but it will help a lot in bringing them to court.
Malapit sa governor. Kwardyado yun.
I know, but you need to find a way. A weak spot to get that proof.
Tara! Kuya, sundan niyo yung motor. Okay ka lang? Okay, ma'am. Ano ka nakatira? Ihatid na kita. Nakakuha ko ng access para maghanap ng ebidensya. Nakapasok ako sa bahay ng Marcos at nakuha ko yung laptop. Hindi ko pa kuwas na pero hindi ko mabuksan.
Dali natin sa pulis.
Pero paano kung walang naman doon na magbibihin sa kanila? In-expose ko yung sarili ko. Hindi na ako makapag-imbestiga. Gusto ko muna malaman kung anong nasa loob nito bago ko i-surrender.
May kakilala ako na makakatulong sa atin na mabuksan yan.
Leave together before and Patrick Gonzalez in this car.
We start getting excited. We feel like we're on to something, and we may be starting to put this thing together. It's the first piece of our evidence leading Gonzalez.
Hello, Manang. Good news. Na-trace ko na yung nasa picture na pinadala niyo, pati yung address.
Sabi ko na nga pa eh. Mas mabilis ka pa sa mga pulis. Buti na lang talaga naisip kita. Maraming salamat ha.
Naman, na-send ko na pala sa inyo, ah.
Sige, maraming salamat sa'yo. Ako nang bahala ha. Very good ka.
Sige. Bye.
Thank you. Alam mo, Sir Soledad, nahanap na po yung tumarantado sa bahay namin ng ako.
Aw, that's sweet. He's pampering the new girl. Haven't we been coming here for years? Where's our special treatment? Right, Lily?
Well, at AT&T, every year's pampered with our best deals on smartphones.
No, hindi ako makakatulog.
Simmer down, Marco.
At AT&T, everyone gets their best deals on every smartphone. Get up to $1,000 off on most popular smartphones with eligible trade-in.
This is one of those moments you gotta ask yourself, what do I want?
We got 8 scientists frozen into a block of flesh.
My info needs to be respected.
They want you to spy on me.
There is no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
You seem like a good might just wrap their killer's roundup. Two young men claim to have information about Bird and Melody Billings' murder.
Rakeem Forens is a juvenile. Frederick Thornton, he was 19 at the time. Frederick Thornton was a friend with Rakeem for a number of years. They are out of work, they're not in school. They have come into the sheriff's office after discussions with their family.
Again, the interviews are on police cameras for evidence. And it's must-see TV.
I'm scared when I see it.
And the truth seems to come firsthand. Because they were there for the Billings murders. The target, Bird Billings' briefcase and safe full of cash.
It's so light outside. Yeah, it's light outside. It ain't dark, you know what I'm saying?
They were the two individuals that entered through the laundry room and kitchen area. And they had been integrally involved in the robbery and the murder.
Pat had shown all pictures of the house. Do you remember how many pictures of the house he had? 4 or 5.
So they told a complete story from beginning to end. We now knew the sequence of events inside the home, and even that which was not covered by video surveillance. And they each corroborated each other's story.
Do you recognize anybody there by the name of Pat?
Frederick and Rakeem are working for Patrick Gonzalez Jr.'s friend at an auto shop, and he recruits them.
Florence and Thornton both described Patrick Gonzalez Jr. as being the mastermind, the boss, the leader.
You worked for him or with him on this deal, this problem.
Gonzalez Jr. knows about a house with lots of cash, and he knows where it's kept. He promises each a share of the spoils.
He said, as I recall, he would be like 100,000. It was supposed to be like $13 million, right? Where did he say this money was going to be kept at? He said it was a vault.
Patrick Gonzalez Jr. talks about robbing a person in Pensacola. He says that this man has millions of dollars and that they can rob this guy and make a lot of money.
So now this mosaic starts to take a form, and a picture begins to form.
Investigators hear that Gonzalez Jr. meticulously plans every aspect of the break-in with military precision.
They trained together for 30 days. Patrick was former National Guardsman, had a little bit of infantry knowledge. They also practiced at Gonzalez Sr.'s house on how to enter a back door and front door at the same time. Let's go! And the entry to the Billings home was just that, within seconds.
On July 9th, the gang locks and loads, ready for action. The military arsenal is bone-chilling. Guns that match the shell casings found at the scene.
So they're all armed and ready to go. Rakeem Forens kicks that door in, they come in through that side door. They immediately see Mr. and Mrs. Billings.
You stay where you are!
Gonzalez Jr. makes a beeline for Bird Billings, then shoots him in the legs. As the children scatter and hide, Gonzalez executes the their parents.
Get the safe now!
The invaders take Bird's briefcase and safe and make their escape. As they drive away, Gonzalez threatens the rest of the crew.
Their involvement in confessions was the last domino that we needed to tip over to bring the rest of the dominoes down.
Anything else you can remember?
Police take down Gonzalez Jr. and his cohorts, 8 in all, to the immense relief of the Billings family.
I asked you if there was anything you'd like to do for me. And your response back to me was, Sheriff, find the people who did this. It is my honor today to tell you, Ashley, and your family, we have found them, and they are in custody.
Once the sheriff told us that all 8 people had been arrested, that was definitely a sense of relief.
It's a case that would never have been solved without alert police, armed with video surveillance, in stores, police stations, and in the Billings home. It was proof waiting to be discovered.
The videotapes were so critical in solving this case. It tied all of this disparate group of characters together.
On October 28, 2010, after a 4-day trial, Patrick Gonzalez Jr. is found guilty on 2 counts of murder and armed home invasion robbery.
A majority of the jury, by a vote of 10 to 2, advise and recommend to the court that it impose the death penalty upon Leonard Patrick Gonzalez Jr.
Today, he sits on Florida's death row. The other 7 are convicted as accessories and sentenced to a combined 200 years behind bars.
I do have a sense of closure because I feel like the person responsible for shooting my parents, for actually shooting them, is where he's supposed to be.
In this crime, as in so many others, the camera is the unblinking witness that sees it all and never lies. A popular schoolgirl goes missing.
They were sure she had been abducted. I was terrified.
A parent's worst nightmare come true.
It was horrible. It was pure hell.
And police aren't very much better.
It's my responsibility to find her, one way or another.
Until they discover perhaps the most reliable witness of all.
I was looking in the true face of pure evil.
May masarap ba?
Star City. 16-year-old Skylar Neese arrives home, beat after finishing a late shift at a local diner.
She came in and she said, I think I'm going to bed, Mom. I'm tired. And she gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I said, well, we love you, honey. You know, good night.
The next day, Skylar's dad, Dave Neese, gets home from his late shift to lend his daughter the car.
I came home from break and I knocked on her door.
Skylar, come on, wake up.
And I said, Skylar, honey, I said, it's Daddy. I said, you're going to have to get ready and take me back to work if you want the car. And I didn't get an answer.
Skylar, wake up.
The door was locked.
Skylar, come on.
I got a coat hanger and popped off of the door.
Skylar, we gotta go. Come on. Skylar.
But Skylar's bedroom is empty. Something's not right.
Skylar.
Her bed hadn't been slept in. So I started getting really worried. I called Mary at work and said, do you know where Skylar is? And she said, no.
Her bed is still made.
But Mary's not as concerned.
No, I don't know.
I said, just calm down. We'll find her. She was always at her friend's house or birthday parties galore. So I told Dave, call some of her friends, see if she's with them. Maybe they went shopping or swimming.
Skylar's best friend is Sheila Eddy.
I asked Sheila, have you seen Skylar? She said, no. I said, when's the last time you talked to her? She said, midnight last night. I said, wow. I said, okay. I said, I'm getting kind of worried I can't find her anywhere.
A high achiever and loving daughter, Skylar's their pride and joy.
Skylar was spoiled rotten. Me and Skylar used to have one day where Mom had to work and I didn't, and we called it Skylar Daddy Day, and we could do whatever she wanted.
As their only child, Skylar is devoted to her parents.
A lot of kids blow their parents off. You know, I don't have time for Mom now or Dad now. Skylar never did that. She told us every day she loved us. So then I went out on the porch to have a cigarette, and I would look down over the porch, and I noticed this little black bench. It was a little makeup bench. And I said, that's Skylar's. Then I saw her window had been open. The screen was out of the window. And I said, oh no, she snuck out last night.
This isn't the first time Skylar's rebelled.
The curfew is 11 o'clock in Star City. We try and prevent anyone going to parties or underage drinking to prevent accidents from happening. For that reason, teenagers sneak out sometimes.
No big deal for Skylar and her old friend, Morgan.
There's a lot of people that do it, and it's just, you know, I wanted to go on a ride with my friend at midnight, and Mom's not going to say yes to that.
When she hears the news, Mary's not panicked. She heads home to reassure Dave and devise a plan.
She liked going to work even if she was sick. So I told Dave, she's due at work at 4 o'clock. If she doesn't show up, we'll give her to 4 o'clock.
6 hours pass without a word. They can only pray Skylar's about to show up at her job.
Well, about 10 minutes before we called the fast food place to ask them if Skylar was there, they called us and said, is Skylar coming to work today?
And at that point, I knew something was bad wrong.
I called 911 and I said, my 16-year-old daughter's missing. We can't find her anywhere. I need some help.
Star City Police jump on the call. Even though a vast majority of missing teens are false alarms.
If they leave on a Friday, they're usually home by Monday. They just want to go have fun over the weekend when their parents won't let them, and then they come home.
But in this small town, police are happy to help worried parents. They start looking around Skylar's bedroom.
The very first thing spotted was her cell phone charger. Well, teenagers, you gotta have your charger, you gotta have your phone. Her contacts were still there, her toothbrush, no change of clothes, nothing was missing. If she had run away, she would have taken something.
Police see it all the time, but Skylar's parents know that this is anything but every day. Fearing the worst, they look to neighbors for help.
We went block by block, house by house down the blocks, and knocked on doors. Had anyone seen or heard anything? Nothing came up.
Star City is a very small town, very small. And it's a very sleepy town, is what I like to call it. There's not a whole lot that goes on that people don't know about. So it was difficult whenever everyone's like, I haven't seen anything at all.
There's got to be some explanation. Someone must know something. and right on cue.
Hello, Skylar?
It's Skylar's best friend, Sheila.
She said, Mary, I have to tell you the truth. I said, the truth? What do you mean the truth? She said, Skylar and Rachel and I snuck out last night.
It backs up what they already suspected.
I said, well, where's Skylar? Where did you leave her at? My initial thought was they had taken her somewhere she spent the night with one of her friends. Then she went on to say when they came home, Skylar demanded that she stop at the end of the block, let her out of the car, and she would walk to the house. Because she didn't want us knowing that she had snuck out. She didn't want us hearing her come in.
Sheila says she dropped off Skylar sometime around 11:45 p.m. And none of the friends has seen her in the 18 hours since.
My theory was if Sheila had let her out at the end of the block, you snatched her up between point A and point B.
It was a mess. Mary was a mess. We had a 16-year-old girl missing. Nobody knew where she was.
I was sure she had been abducted. I was terrified.
It's every parent's worst nightmare. Sheila now comes to the niece home, anxious to help in any way she can.
So I said, Sheila, are you sure you don't know where Skylar's at? She said, I'm positive. Well, the Star City police officer added, young lady, if you're lying, you're in so much trouble. And she said, I'm not lying. I said, okay.
Just as panic's about to set in, Skylar's mom channels her inner sleuth.
I remembered we have security cameras. So I told Dave, I said, well, let's call the landlord, let's check the security cameras.
If luck's on their side, Skylar's last known whereabouts could be etched on videotape.
Okay, so here's my most requested hack for 7 others. You'll need vinegar, a large salad bowl, and... Oh, hi, have you tried new Tide fabric rinse? Tide fabric rinse? Right. It's not a detergent or a softener. It works in a recycle to get clothes cleaner. That sounds way easier. Just pour it in wherever you put your fabric softener to fight deep odors 3 times better than detergent alone. Whoa. I love that. Try new Tide fabric rinse. Rinse away tough odors. Easy.
The holidays on Dale's farm weren't very festive until he saved big on a Bluetooth speaker at Amazon. And now... that llama is part dancer, part prancer.
In the small West Virginia town of Star City, teenager Skylar Niece has gone missing. But by a stroke of luck, neighborhood surveillance cameras might have gotten it all on tape. The parking lot camera runs 24/7. It's their best tool.
We watched the video footage. We watched and watched and watched, and it was in normal runtime, so it took forever.
Just as Dave, Mary, and Skylar's friend Sheila are beginning to lose hope, at around 12:30, a car pulls up outside the apartment building.
It was very blurry, it was dark, it was late at night, and they parked behind the building. So it was all in shadow. Dave said, well, is that you? Is that where you guys picked her up at? Sheila said no, they had picked her up closer to our parking area by the mailboxes. She said they had picked her up around 11 o'clock, and they went for their drive.
They went for a joyride just to hang out for a little bit, smoke a little marijuana, and then they all went home.
So the video shows something no one expected. 45 minutes later, at 12:30, a car appears outside the apartment building.
We saw Skylar's head bob up. Again, she just kind of like appeared in the shot. She walked down to the car and got in.